Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a MattTv Nooner. And it's noon back in the Atlantic provinces, 8 o'clock here on the west coast of Canada, the southern part of British Columbia. My name is Matthew. This is MattTv. And good morning. Happy Sunday to you. Just thought I would jump in here quickly. I was in here last night at 10 o'clock Pacific time. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how many people saw the show up to date. Doesn't really matter. Just came in last night, had some fun, was talking about Golden State Warriors and the Capitals, and this is what I do. This is what I do. I just, when the moment strikes me, I just jot down a few notes and come in here, turn my phone on, and just play around and maybe strike up some conversation. So hopefully that's what will happen this morning. James, welcome to the broadcast. But there are a few things that I want to talk about this morning. Like I said, I just jotted down a few notes on the whiteboard. So I want to talk about January weather, cottage life, what people do on their 50th birthday, on big birthdays, when you are entering a new decade. You have lived a half century. Where do you go? So I'm looking for suggestions. My first thought is Vegas. If you're turning 50, Vegas is a good spot to go. Quickly going to talk about Nathan DeLong in a good way. We'll talk about Nathan here in a couple of minutes. I just want to pass along my condolences to the family of Albert Grant. Albert Grant, 85, passing away earlier this week in Woodstock. So rest in peace, Albert. Always a good man, man that was always present, visible in the community. Trying to January. I know January. Hollywood would be. It's got to be. I'm looking for something that's going to be. Go to Expedia.com or was it Travelocity? What's the other one? Trivago. Maybe throw some websites up that I can go check out. Where you can get a good flight and a hotel. That's all really I'm looking for. Just a cheap flight and a hotel to Vegas sometime in the fall. Something is brewing. And I was talking about this last night where unexpected expenses kind of cancel out what you had been, you're setting money aside. You're setting money aside for this trip or for whatever. And then something happens that is out of your control and that money is now gone. So there has to be an alternative. There has to be something else you can do. A little less on the budget, but you still have to get away. You still, and yeah, you like swearing. Nothing like a good F-bomb early Sunday morning, eh, Fred? Or Fred. Too fried. Yeah, nothing like a big old capital letter F-bomb on a Sunday morning. I was talking briefly, I was just searching through Facebook last night, scrolling through the news feed like everyone else does. And I made a point to go visit #Brant. Not everyone, but a lot of people that watch MattTv probably know Brent Underhill. And I was watching, I was too fried. I was watching his latest video, and I'm hoping to talk to Brent maybe this week, just get caught up in what's going on in his life, because I think, and I could be wrong, but I think maybe the last video that he put up on his #Brant Facebook page was back in late April, May, maybe. So we have to ignite the flame again under the tushy of Mr. Brent Underhill, so we can get back doing what he's good at doing, what he's good at doing, and he too likes to drop F-bombs. Just before I came on here this morning, it was just a great pleasure, and it's so nice to the ears to be able to listen to Darren Dude O'Donnell, who was behind the mic this morning again. He's been away from the radio scene, still doing pirate radio Saturday nights with Crawdaddy, but it was nice to hear him back on the radio this morning. He's doing Sundays, 9 to noon. That's Atlantic time, 9 till noon, Atlantic, on C103 in Moncton, the Maritimes rock station. So for me to enjoy Dude, and I just love his delivery. I love his style of radio, and I know there are people there that try and copy his style and his delivery. There's only one dude. There is only one dude. So if you get the opportunity, check out Darren Dude O'Donnell, Sunday mornings, 9 till noon on C103, Moncton's Rock Station. Kathy, welcome to the program. Barb, hello. I just want to quickly talk about a few things. January weather, and I can't take responsibility, or I can't claim to have come up with that term, January. I heard it many, many years ago when I first moved out here on Rock 101. Brother Jake used it for the first time, and he may have borrowed it. He may have borrowed it as well. I don't know. But what is the weather like in your neck of the woods, in your slice of the world? What is the weather like? On a scale of 1 to 10, so far, June. See, I work outside. So I appreciate any type of weather. So I'm going to give the weather so far in the month of June, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Yes, I'm going to go that high and give it an 8 out of 10. So what's the weather like in your area? Would you, so far in June or January, depending on where you are, what's the weather like? Yeah, it's a slow news day because I'm asking you, what is the weather like? But when you're having a conversation with someone, 9 times out of 10, when I'm talking with someone from back east, I always ask them, what's the weather like? Cool, be safe. Are you taking your truck? Are you going to be riding a bike, like on back with someone? Regardless, be safe on the roads, but that sounds like a really fun road trip. Fun. Bike week, yeah. Denise, welcome to the broadcast. I don't know if you are on the mainland or Vancouver Island, but welcome to MattTv. Be safe on the bike. The biggest collection of individuals on bikes that I ever witnessed, and this is going back to grade 11. Had the opportunity to go to Florida with my good buddy and still my good friend Peter Margison. And his parents, and we went to Florida. And while we were there during March break, there was a biker week, but there were 100,000 bikers. There were 100,000 bikers in the Fort Lauderdale area. So it was pretty cool. It was just, I remember one morning going down to the hotel restaurant and just having breakfast and just listening to the stories. But sadly, during that week, when we had returned back to New Brunswick and get back to school, we had heard on the news that there were at least 5 or 6 bikers that were killed in that area. 100,000 bikers, a lot of vehicles. Just be safe on the roads. Just be safe. Respect. Always treat bikers as if they are in a vehicle. They deserve their space, yes? But there are some people on motorcycles who, to avoid traffic, will drive in between vehicles on the line or on the shoulder. That's not smart. If you want to be treated like you are in a vehicle and you want that space, you have to drive accordingly. Yes? Right. So anyway, January weather, what's it like? Kathy, be safe on the bike. Have fun. Cottage life. Is anyone watching this broadcast from their cottage? Skiff Lake, First Eel Lake, Grand Lake, whatever lake. Are you near a body of water right now? Watching MattTV. I don't know. They've been talking a lot about mosquito season. This is the time of year when mosquitoes are doing what they do and laying their eggs in still water. So I've always been told, if you have a bird feeder, if you have any type of water that maybe you're feeding birds or neighborhood pets, make sure that you are cleaning out that bowl on a regular basis. Okay, Vancouver Island, that you're cleaning out the bird feeder. You could rinse that out 2 or 3 times a week. Once the water sets, it's a perfect breeding ground for mosquitoes. And mosquitoes, well, they're here for a reason. No one's really figured it out yet, aside from injecting you with a little bit of poison or whatever is in them. They put in you and then they suck blood out. What kind of an existence is that? Speaking of existences, that deserves a coffee because that is a big word. Existences. When you have existed for nearly half a decade, you are approaching 50 years of age, where do you go and celebrate that? Where do you go and celebrate it? For me, I'd like to pick Vegas. I want to go to Vegas. So that's on my agenda right now. And I'll tell you why. My sister, Jill, and her daughters, Anna and Riley, and Jill's friend Emily and her boyfriend Randy were supposed to come out here at the end of July. And that's not happening right now. You don't need to know the reason why, but that's not happening. Anna may come out, but it's my sister, my sister, and she's gonna be 50 September 15th. Yeah, you would never know it to look at her, but yes, Jill's gonna be 50, and I hope she doesn't mind me. I'm sure it's 50. It's a big number, but she's not coming out here, so I'm thinking that I would like to go to Vegas with my sister, maybe my brother Mike, maybe Jeff, just maybe the four of us, or whoever wants to go to Vegas, meet in Vegas in September to help my sister celebrate her 50th birthday. I'm just putting it out there. Weather crappy, okay, in Mexico. You're in Mexico. So I'm just putting it out there. So if anyone knows, this is for those that travel a lot, because I don't travel a lot. I really don't travel a lot. And when I do, it's usually just back home. But can anyone throw up maybe some suggestions, some website links? I'm just looking for, I want to surf the internet and I want to find some good prices, some good deals on cheap flights and cheap hotels. Just go to Vegas for the weekend. You're just there to celebrate a birthday. You're in and out in a couple nights. You're there for a couple nights and you're home. So any suggestions would be greatly appreciated. Oh, you went to Mexico on your 50th. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, I have 5 more years to think about where I will celebrate my 50th. I don't know. Anyway, just some things to think about. I just want to give a quick congratulations to Nathan DeLong. I know I've met Nathan. I think maybe the last time I was home. I know I've met him in the not too distant past. And we've talked on the show, but he was really excited. He was baptized today at the Woodstock Baptist Church. So good on Nathan DeLong for his baptism. Yeah, I was reading his post last night, and he was talking about it earlier in the week, and he was really excited about it. So good on you, Nathan DeLong. And I'm just excited for you, and I hope that you had lots of family and friends there to witness this at the Woodstock Baptist Church today. So good on you. I have, oh yeah, I just turned 45, so I have another 4.5 years to figure it out. But honestly, in 4.5 years, I won't even be on this side of the country. I'll be back in Nova Scotia. I want to be back in Nova Scotia within the next 2 years, if not sooner. That being said, I need something to go back to. As far as work, right? I'm not going back to retire unless I could. Retirement at 50. Freedom 50. Ooh, I like the sounds of that. Freedom 50. I think I pretty much covered everything that I was going to talk about. I just made some notes here on the blue board. If you like great rock and roll music, and you like soothing sounds and great deliveries, I suggest that you check out Darren O'Donnell. He is doing Sunday mornings. Now, this is Atlantic time. He's from 9 till noon Atlantic time. That's 5 till 8 Pacific. Sunday mornings, 3 hours. Dude Nation. He's another individual that I really need to get on this program and have a chat with, because he's so inspirational. Just a tremendous human being, just a tremendous energy, and we can all benefit just by being in his presence and listening to him. So check out Darren Dude O'Donnell, C103 Moncton's Rock Station, Sundays 9 till noon, and also Pirate Radio. Yeah, he's hosting 2 shows. Saturday nights, Pirate Radio. I believe that show goes from 9 to 11. I believe it's 9 to 11 on C103 Moncton's Rock Station. Interviews. Really hoping to do a split screen chat with Brent Underhill, the host and creator of #Brant. He had an epic #Brant rant, and I think you can go to his You can search him on Facebook, just hashtag Brant. I think it's actually spelled out HASHTAGBRANT. Yeah, he couldn't actually use the symbol. He had to spell it out. But anyway, great one, and I'm looking forward to trying to get him on the program here within the next few days, maybe this week. Again, there's a 4-hour time difference, so I'm very flexible. I have, it's nothing for me to get up early in the morning. Whatever is, I want to cater to the people that I'm talking to back on the East Coast, just like I did a few weeks ago or a couple of Fridays ago, where I was talking to Andrew, Jeff, and Scott about Ribfest, and that show started at 5 o'clock a.m. out here on the West Coast, just to accommodate them. 9 o'clock in the morning, they're getting set up for the first day of this 3-day event, Ribfest in College Park. Racetrack, which was successful. Twyla, welcome to the broadcast. Take me along for the drive today. Wherever you go on your Bumble, know that I will be riding shotgun in spirit. Yeah. Late breakfast. Sometimes. Okay. Love you too. Be safe. Be safe on the roads. Take pictures and just be smart. Just be smart. Have a good bike week. Bike week. Yes, be safe on the roads and just watch for wildlife. New Hampshire. How long of a drive is that? Final question. How long of a drive is it from where you are to this event? New Hampshire. 6 hours, maybe? I don't know. Dude, chat. So if there's a topic that you want to talk about, feel free to send me a message and we can do a split screen. Like I've said many, many times, I've been doing the show since last March. Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook. People at Facebook eventually created Facebook Live. And I created MattTv, and the two have fused together. And I've just created this platform. They created a platform. I created a platform. And now this platform is for both myself and you. Was that bad grammar? Should that have come out differently? I don't know. Mrs. Scott would be so disappointed. Anyway, I probably just lost my train of thought. And platform. I saw the thought. I had to pull it back in. This is a platform for everyone. So if there is something that you want to talk about that you think is of great importance or not, you just want to have a chat, send me a message. We'll set something up and we can do it at your convenience. 303 signatures on the flag. And every time I go somewhere, like if I go to Vegas, when I go to Vegas, I will be taking that Canadian flag with me. 303 signatures. It's sweet. It is sweet. It is like one of the coolest things. It's like one of the coolest things that I own. Now, what does that say about me? What does that say about me when I have a 3-foot by 6-foot Canadian flag with 303 signatures on it? The majority of the signatures, I actually know the individuals. But when I say that is like one of the coolest things that I have, what does that say about me? Does that make me a simple person? Or I'm just, the simplest things make me happy, right? Like beautiful scenery, just the simplest of scenery. It's just life itself. But I'm very grateful for that. I don't need a Harley Davidson. I don't need a $50,000 truck in the front yard. There's a lot of things I don't need, but I do need that. I do need that flag, and I so appreciate that flag. So it's just the simple things in life. I could be talking away and see a beautiful monarch butterfly come into my vision range, and I just stop talking because I want to enjoy. I just want to enjoy, just take everything in, just soak everything in, yes? Driving to Portland, okay. When am I coming to the Grove? Well, let's set something up, man. Let's maybe plan a barbecue. I can either leave from work in Langley and come right out to the Grove, but let's have a barbecue or something. Or you can come to White Rock and we can have a barbecue. But yeah, let's definitely get together. Let's do it. It's kind of I think this work week outside, the weather is going to be hit or miss. The temperatures really aren't that warm right now, but I'm okay. I'm really kind of okay with this cool weather that we've been getting. We had quite a bit of rain on Friday, but I don't want another historic, devastating, epic forest fire season like we did last year. We were locked in a blanket of smoke for 2 weeks, close to 2 weeks last year. I don't want that this year. So whatever Mother Nature can do to keep everything cool, a little bit damp, that's okay. That's okay in my books. That's okay. Cottage life. Christy Girdwood, who was a friend of mine here on Facebook, and we went to high school together. We graduated together. A lot of people know she has a beautiful, beautiful cottage at Skiff Lake. And some of her pictures that she's putting up just from her front lawn, looking, I think it would be, well, it's got to be looking west because the sun is setting, but just spectacular. My goodness. Anyone watching this broadcast live or watching it at your leisure, if you have the absolute pleasure and you're so fortunate that you're able to drive to Skiff Lake or First Eel Lake once a week, or you just drive by every time someone drives by that little opening at Skiff Lake just up from the canteen, just think of me, because that is like one of my most absolute favorite views in New Brunswick. And how simple is that? Seriously, you know, you have a 100-yard gap in a tree line where you can actually see the cottages and see that. And people who have been to Skiff Lake just up from the canteen know exactly what I'm talking about. Does that make me a simple person? Just that simple view? Yeah, I can go up on my roof and see Mount Baker, which is huge. I appreciate that, but it's just the little things. It's cool. Yes, indeed, Twyla. I do need to take it back to the Home Depot where I purchased it and maybe track down the lady who sold it to me and get her signature on there as well. All my family's signatures are on there. Mike, Tanya, all of Mike's kids' signatures, because it just came back from Pincher Creek. So there are, roughly, there could be, there's 303 signatures on the flag, give or take 4 or 5 or less, because some of it is just scribbling, but the scribbling is far enough away from other scribbling, so I just assumed it was someone's unlegible signature. Like, for instance, there's one individual who it must have been a house party, but he made a bunch of dots. He just made dots on the flag, but when he connected the dots, it made the word James. So I think he was either a genius, or he just needed help, spelling his name. 50th Christmas time. Well, when is your birthday? Obviously it's in December. Mine is actually 1 month right after Christmas. Mine's January 25th. I do love maritime winters. But I want to come back in the next couple of years. Like I want to have a place in the Halifax, Nova Scotia area, or along the southern coast. No, I guess it would be the eastern coast of Nova Scotia. But I need to be near water. I've been 4 blocks from the beach for 18 years, give or take. So I need to be near water. I want to be able to, if I want to go to the beach, I want to be able to walk to the beach. Now I'll be like, well, you know, we got to go to that area to get groceries in 3 weeks. We'll go to the beach then. No. No. Okay. It's amazing. I find it truly amazing how I can just come in here, turn my phone on, and I'm just looking at me, right? I'm just looking at me having conversations with people who are leaving messages. But it never ceases to amaze me how long I can talk for. There's not really any long gaps. Like I said, I make notes. I think about what I'm going to say hopefully before it rolls out of my mouth. But this is just so much fun for me. This is just like a big conference call. Like if I hadn't come on here, I would have had no idea that a good friend of mine, who I love dearly and I care about her and I just want her to be safe, is going to Bike Week in New Hampshire. So be safe. Just whatever you're doing this week, just be smart and be happy. If you wake up in the morning happy, your day will be noticeably better than if you wake up thinking someone just took a whiz in your cornflakes. Someone just took a whiz in your cornflakes. Matt Wright. Welcome to the broadcast. I don't know if we've ever met Matt Wright, but there's another Matt in the broadcast, and that's gotta be good. Okay, we talked about January weather. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the weather like in your area out here on the West Coast, White Rock, British Columbia? For me, I give it an 8 out of 10. Cottage life, I would give that an 11 out of 10. If you are lucky enough to have a cottage on First Deal, Skiff Lake, good on you. Next time I come home, can I just come on your property and just hang out? Las Vegas, 50th birthday. Sounds like a plan to me. Congratulations to Nathan DeLong getting baptized today at Woodstock Baptist Church. Good on you, Nathan. Rest in peace. My condolences to the family of Albert Grant, passing away earlier this week at the age of 85. Rest in peace, Mr. Albert Grant. Hoping to line up some interviews. If you want to come on MattTv and talk about whatever is going on in your life, like so many other people have done, the opportunity will always be there. The opportunity will always be there for you. Hoping to make some contact, which I probably will today, with the creator of December 27th. Okay. With the creator of hashtag Brent Underhill. So I'm hoping to have a chat with him, do a split screen here on Facebook Live, maybe this week. One final thing. Great rock and roll music. To me, it's the only radio station that I listen to. I was actually listening to it right up to 7:59:30. Yes, it was that Pacific. C103 in Moncton, the Atlantic's rock station, and it really is Atlantic's rock station. Listen to Darren Dude O'Donnell. He's on twice a week. He's back in the saddle, back behind the mic, right where he belongs. 9 till noon Sunday mornings. That's Atlantic time. So I'm getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm now getting up at 5 o'clock on Sundays to listen to Dude at hashtag Dude Nation. He's also doing, he's pretty busy. He's a weekend guy because Saturday nights he's doing pirate radio with Crawdaddy from Crawdaddy's Shed, and that goes from 9 to 11 on C103 in Moncton. You know what's really, it's been tough the last couple days because there's no NBA and there's no NHL. Why? Because we have world champion Washington Capitals and repeat world champions Golden State Warriors. So good on them. Yes, Twyla, something to think about. Vegas. Oh, one final thing. Just one final thing. And this is a Grant thing. When the conversation, just when you think the conversation is almost done, it starts back up again because something else creeps into your mind. And what I was going to continue with has left my mind. Ha! That's funny. That's good comedy. Sue Patterson, welcome to the broadcast. That's going to do it for me. Like I said, I just wanted to come in here for a few moments. It's a MattTv Nooner. You can now continue on with the rest of your Sunday. Be safe in what you're doing. And I may pop back in here later tonight. I don't know. Anyway, have a great Sunday. Enjoy your January weather. It is out here on the West Coast. My name is Matthew. This is MattTv. Now and always, from sea to sea. Bye.